Welcome back into another episode of the Spaceman 2.0 Phoenix Truth Rising Show, here to help you grow in the knowledge and wisdom of truth, and the truth will set you free. This is part 10 to the creation story, the sacred universe within, the incubation of the Phoenix. So wonderful spiritual story. We're going to continue on. With a view from the mountaintop, shadows and biological mirror. Why do you function as you do? Because you have forgotten the truth and confused desire with love. You long for the oneness, the sharing, the projection of self, but do not feel worthy or responsible enough to tend that which you create and know you have procreated to the point of having no more time or space for truly wondrous creation. You are interested in populating a material universe with creatures that express the balance between stellar and planetary polarities. The interest is in creatures that have substance to them: flesh, bone, wing, fur, scale, ear, eye, creatures that are sensitive to sound and light. You want to inhabit forms of soil and starlight. You are interested in people, artists, creators, lovers, singing the elements to life. And so you create images of what you would like to see, clothed in the worlds of form, creative images, entities sent forth to dimensionalize in full 7 spectral vibrational matter, to clothe themselves through paths of their own choosing in the living biology of a loving material world. You are both the source and the reality of these images. You are God-specific terrestrial intentions personified, highly focused angels of creation. You are the builders and the mechanics among the tribes. You go to a geographical area for a reconnaissance mission, a fact-finding, light, sound, sensing, exploratory mission. You cannot stop until somehow you gain knowledge of how to clothe yourselves in water, air, earth, and fire, always drawing farther from the God source and further into forgetting of the wondrous ability you carried on your wings. No sooner, however, do your spirits hover near the surface of a manifested planet than you find an Earth already teeming with biological suggestions. Before you have gathered even a fraction of the data you require, like prairie dust drawn into a whirlwind, the earth elements rush onto you, dancing in myriad living images, saying, "Here, this is it. This is what you want. This is what you are. Here are living 3-dimensional biological pictures of your thoughts and dreams, plants, fishes, animals, thought, objectifications of design suspend in your light fields." While you still observe, the earth is throwing up objectifications of every image and idea that enters your consciousness. Some of your ideas are well thought out, but builders consider many options before committing materials to a design. You are used to seeing your considerations objectified on the higher mental and spirit planes, but after examining designs on those levels, if you do not wish to sustain them, you simply turn your attention elsewhere, and the objectification disappears, as if it never was. On Earth it is different. The creature, whether it be a saber-toothed tiger, a butterfly, or a flower, continues to live. This is the value as well as the challenge of the earth, dear ones, and that which you manifest does not simply go away. Please, you cry out to your elemental helpers, slow down. We have not yet begun to create, not consciously. Are you already that excited? We are just here to gather information. Oh, let us help, reply water, air, earth, and fire. What is it you desire? Tell us, in feather, fur, scale, and flesh. We are giving you the information you require. We cannot help this excitement. It is what our whole world feels in the creative energies of your presence. How else do you propose to gather your information? We want to help clothe you in matter. Show yourselves to us. We want to see what you look like in all your aspects. For you, we have been longing and waiting. We will do anything to help you. We love you. Now you see you have reached another cycle, the time to reverse the process and you long again for the angelic state and the desire to touch again upon the etheric. You long to see us of the cosmos and reach again into and among the stars from whence you originally came. And thus began your early communication with the elemental beings of the earth. Some of your communication gets through, some of it does not. The earth forces are profoundly intelligent. They understand the structure of matter and the eternal. Truth it embodies more comprehensively than do you. But the nature of their intelligence is, in many respects, opposite to the nature of your own. Intelligence is relative to the context in which it functions. It is the measure of a unit's ability to creatively interact with and within its environment. There is no such thing as a purely objective intelligence. What is intelligent behavior in the cooler realms of material structure would be fatal on the surface of a star, and conversely, what is intelligent behavior on the surface of a sun would be utterly devastating upon a material world. Relative to the material realms, the elemental beings of the earth had reached the same high order of intelligence that you had reached in relation to your stellar realms. In that sense, you each represent the pinnacle of the only two fundamental types of intelligence that had yet, up until our meeting, achieved incarnate expression in the universe. What you were seeking to create upon the earth was, in effect, a whole new kind of interactive intelligence, a kind of intelligence that could, when required, embody either stellar or material intelligence, but that would place its primary value upon the synthesis of the two. Ultimately, only the new intelligence itself can determine just what that synthesis would be. This was the unknown, the variable. It rested like a gray question mark in the middle of your every equation. Working with your elemental partners in the earth, you can guess at what values the new intelligence might prefer and approximate the conditions most likely to favor its appearance. But you cannot in any way compel it to be. The new intelligence cannot be manufactured. It can only grow of its own accord within a womb-like environment, a world that gave it every chance to be. Working as closely with your elemental partners as the differences between you allowed, you gradually channeled more and more of the Earth's biosphere into increasingly likely candidates for this new type of intelligence. As time passed, there were critical junctures in the creative process, moments in your relationship with the elemental beings when breakthroughs occurred, when new ideas were grasped. The level of mutual creativity gradually gained precision. The earth elementals came closer and closer to understanding the creatures in which you were interested. Translucent creatures capable of knowing both solar and material intelligence as their own. But what would that practically require? What kind of minerals? What kind of bone structure? What size and weight? What kind of diet, environment, climate? At each breakthrough of a new understanding, the earth elements would catch the energizing winds of your spirit intention and sail them into increasingly more accurate embodiment. An interval of non-time. When the universe reaches a point of maximum expansion, a unique phenomena will take place. There will be a moment when all laws necessary for the creative maintenance of physical matter and all materializing processes become suspended. Due to the relative velocities of the various star systems, this event will not be experienced simultaneously in all parts of the universe, but will travel as a wave across the sea of creation. Existing within this ripple of non-time will be the focused conscious attention of the Creator. As it passes through the material realms, it will stay and take up residence in all life forms with circuitry capable of mirroring its essence. This is the moment when the Creator will slip inside creation, the moment for which we are attempting to prepare you. This is the most misunderstood second coming of Christianity. It is the event that primitive civilizations have looked forward to as the return of the gods. The Mayans went so far as to pinpoint its actual occurrence in what you would call the year 2011 AD. Yet while many of your traditions hint at what is about to transpire, none of them have adequately conveyed the magnitude of impact such an event will have. Indeed, no single conceptual structure is capable of conveying the enormity of what is soon to take place. Those familiar with the scriptures of your various peoples should be in a position to understand what is occurring, for these are the times spoken of. Yet you must realize that God did not invent the words used in Scripture. He merely arranged them in the order most approximating his meaning. Further, he only presented them in mental pictures, and through the years of translation and deliberate tampering, most meaning is distorted and damaged. What is actually happening requires all of biological life to convey its meaning. Words can symbolize this, but hardly portray it fully enough to stand alone. If you would know the deepest truth of Scripture, look not to words alone, but to the great momentum of spirit within your own soul. This is where the living history is being made. In a way, that would be impossible for your rational intellect to comprehend. This forthcoming event is human history. The sum total of all that has happened on your planet is but the shadow cast before. In a very real sense, you have not yet been born. You are still in an embryonic state. You have not yet to receive the touch of God's total definition. Through the long years of human history on Earth, your species has been forming the cells that are to comprise the directive aspect of the physical body of the Creator within creation. Gestation upon this planet has but set the stage for the emergence of the planetary being now taking definite form. This planetary being is actually who you are. Has it occurred to you that the mathematical probability of your being here is infinitesimal? Were you not here, living proof of the impossible, an excellent case could be made for your non-existence and still can prevail in conceptual reasoning. Within the framework of law that was of necessity instituted to create and govern these material realms, the existence of biological life would not have been possible except were it to enter through that one moment when that law was suspended. Ponder this carefully. Such is the origin of biology, the fusion of spirit and matter. The impact of this single creative moment is so vast, so far-reaching, that the shock waves sent out before it have given rise to all of the biological life that now exists upon your planet. You are living in the shadow of an event not yet taken place. Yet it is you, yourself, under all your layers of false identity, that cause this event as you approach ever nearer to the earth. From within the context of history, it appears that there has been on this planet a progression of increasingly complex life forms, evolving toward ever higher levels of consciousness. It appears that there has been an evolutionary process, but this is not the case. What is actually occurring is that the matter of Earth is falling under the influence of your vibrational body. This influence naturally increases as you draw near. Only when the center of your spirit touches the center of the Earth will life on this planet be fully manifest in form. The same truth can be presented, however, in that it has already occurred long prior to this moment as you perceive it, and you are but a reenactment of that which has come before. So, I'm just going to stop here with part 10, and thank you for tuning in. I'll be back with another episode. If you'd like a copy of a Phoenix Journal, please feel free to email me, and I will be in touch with you on how to do that. This is the Spaceman 2.0. I wish you a wonderful December 27th, 2024, and going into the new year, to have a happy new year. It's the Spaceman 2.0, and out.